And welcome guys back to another video on my channel. Today we're going to be discussing my foreseeable future in the next few months and what's to come. And I'm going to be just spilling the tea right here in this video. You guys should be able to see that flower picture. It's not a picture, it's a painting. And we're gonna sit up for this news because, oh boy, do we have a story for you. So if you haven't watched the last few videos, actually it's not the last few videos, it's the last dozen videos or whatever. I made some videos about me reacting to college decisions, which was back in March. And one of them was actually me being accepted to NYU Stern. Now, I don't know if I explicitly said it, but it should be pretty obvious that I am going over there. And actually, I did say this over on my Instagram. I committed to NYU Stern, but I didn't actually officially say that on my YouTube channel, so here we go, this is official, yay! So, here's what's gonna come. Obviously, New York is like the hotspot right now of the unnameable virus, as we can't see it because YouTube's gonna demonetize me. It's having some pretty dire situations. America's like facing a second wave or something like that because precautions, there aren't that many, and people just like to wander around in the streets, and especially in California or Florida or Texas, wherever you live in, they are going up at rapid speeds. Oh, that is pretty bad news. But who says New York isn't gonna experience something like that again? And what has happened is that NYU is gonna open. Surprise, surprise. I've been planning to make this video about like a month ago, but I missed my chance. They have officially announced that they are gonna reopen for the fall, which was a big surprise for me because schools up in Canada are not opening, and Canada is like very weakly hit. Talking about UBC right now, and they're doing online classes for the fall. And yet New York, which was a previous hotspot, they're reopening. NYU is like plop right in the middle of Manhattan with Columbia. So that was news to me because I was certain that the school wouldn't open for the fall, and yet they were like, surprise, we're opening and you're gonna have to come. They're still gonna do precautions. They're still gonna have safety measures, and some of them include, you know, lowering the density of each floor in the dorms. There are some rumors about the school trying to separate the beds by 6 feet in each room, but what good is that gonna do if you're spending, I don't know, hours of the same day with your roommate? We're gonna be required to wear a mask. So first year at NYU, and that's gonna be pretty unique, and I have no clue what's gonna come. Can you believe that only half of 2020 has passed so far? There have been literally so many worldwide events that changed history, basically, in the span of 6 months of this year that I just can't wrap my head around it. New York is reopening. Well, not New York. I should say NYU because we don't know if all of Manhattan is gonna reopen, but here's the catch. The state imposed a restriction on many states, including California, on travelers who are entering New York, and they have to have a 14-day quarantine. This means is that if I, living in Irvine, California right now, have to go over to New York, I'm gonna have to be in quarantine for 14 days. What does this mean? We don't know. I have no clue what this means. Doesn't mean that I have to go 2 weeks early and kind of wait out the 2 weeks in quarantine, then start the move-in day and the first day of class? Or is there an exception to university students? Or will this all change when we get to the end of August? I don't think that last choice is pretty valid because at this point where California is just rising with Texas and Florida, and America is just rising in general, it's not happening. I don't think the restrictions imposed on California and dozens of states are gonna be lifted anytime soon. You know what I've been thinking of though? Flying to Philadelphia, because that's in Pennsylvania, and driving 2 hours up to NYU, which would be a great road trip, and that would be a hell of a story to tell. But if this restriction is not going to be lifted anytime soon, then I see no other choice. School activities, what's going to happen to school activities, clubs, programs, internships, what's going to happen to all of them? But the most important thing is we are going to New York University, and that is going to change a lot of things, which I also address in another video. Stay tuned for that. Of course, personally, I don't know if it's a good idea to actually go to New York. Of course, I have to because of school, but with everything else factoring into this whole thing, of course, we don't know if it's a good idea. It's a great idea to go to school for the first year, and it's better than doing it online, of course, but if there's a deadly virus roaming around, and if you could potentially get it and die, that's a whole different story. But anyways, that does it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you have enjoyed, consider leaving a like and comment down in the comment section below. I do see that the YouTube comment section has moved. I don't know why they did that. It sucks. And also consider subscribing to my channel for new content. Once they do get to New York, I'm planning to make lots of newer videos, so stay tuned for that as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for my next video. Goodbye.